Hello, I'm Frank Buckholz. I'm the North Langley Director for the Greater Langley Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber this election season is doing a series of candidate videos with candidates for Langley City and Langley Township Council. We're doing this in order to help voters find out more about them and get them out to vote on Saturday, October 20th. With me is Gary He. Gary is running for Langley Township Council. Welcome.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you very much.
Tell us a bit about yourself, Gary, and why you decided to run.
I'm actually a resident of Surrey on the east side of west side 196, but my daughter has a Down syndrome child, so I moved out from North Vancouver to Surrey so that I'd be close to them and help these special needs children. Well, in the time I moved out, there was on 72nd Avenue between 196 and 198th Street, there were several automobile accidents, including one senior citizen who was killed and his wife was injured badly at the intersection crossing because there were ditches on both sides. So I set up a petition to get the Township of Langley to implement a plan to improve road conditions. So what they did is they planned with the City of Surrey to build new road intersections with crosswalks and lighting system, automatic controlled lighting system, and they improved their own section up to 198 with more intersection lights and covered up the ditches, and they bought property to make that possible. But after that time, then which we were very successful in achieving the $1.6 million road improvement between the two cities, the bridge tolls on the Port Man Bridge came into effect, and because of my knowledge of BC Children's Hospital and my grandson going there on special heart operations, in fact 3 heart operations, I opposed the bridge tolls vigorously and got 1,200 signatures on a petition to present to existing governments and also to the new government, which over time they collaborated to remove the bridge tolls. So having done those two objectives, I added up my history and found out that my involvement with fighting the harmonized sales tax and get it removed gave me the fact that I did have experience in interrelationships with municipal and provincial governments. So I decided now is the time to apply for the Township of Langley, even though I'm not a resident of Langley, and see what I could do. Okay. Apparently it is quite helpful for me to know that the community appreciates the work that I have put in, even though I have my own business, run a computer business, and I sell point-of-sale equipment. So I do have an extensive background. I went to University of BC, I went to BCIT, I took up accounting, right. And with that I'm able to run my own business to survive, even though there is the, what we call the high-tech boom, and I bust, which I survive because I keep my expenses in order.
Well, let me ask you a couple of questions, Gary. You have, as you mentioned, quite a bit of experience dealing with transportation issues, and as you know quite well from your past activity and from the current, we have lots of transportation challenges south of the Fraser. Transit, congested roads, yes. Other issues. What can the Township of Langley do about those things over the next council's term, which is another 4 years?
I would like to see this particular issues assisted, not necessarily solved, by leasing out other bus transportation systems, because I do know that the town school board has several of these school buses that are idle during the summer months. When people are taking their cars in the summertime, why is it not possible to adopt a plan like they did in the 2010 Olympics? They hired extra buses from Washington State. Right. And I figured if the government can rent U.S. buses, why can't we rent our own school buses and put them on the road as extra transportation facilities or use the minibus systems that they're using right now, because for the price of a large bus and an articulated bus, they probably could buy up to 3 minibuses and transport people in smaller communities.
And then another question that we're putting to candidates is about business, and you're a small businessman. What kind of things can Township Council do to make sure that there is a good atmosphere for businesses to come and thrive here?
Small businesses are often faced with shoplifting, nighttime break-ins, vandalism, and that sort of thing. I was a block watch captain for 6.5 years, 3 in North Vancouver and 3 in Surrey, where we found out that the block watch system was in place, but it wasn't giving the block watch captains sufficient tools to work with, because if we even bought signs for a townhouse complex, I personally had to pay $50 for 2 signs as a block watch captain. What my recommendation is, set up a subsidy benefit program to provide 50%, up to 50% shared cost of a electronic surveillance system for businesses who are in a high-risk area, so that they can protect their property and their staff.
And then one other question is about housing. Affordable housing people can actually afford to pay rent for, or pay the payments is becoming more challenging. What can you do about that?
Well, okay, what I envision is a plan similar to the University of BC land endowment plan, where they have large areas of reserved land for their specific needs. I believe that the federal government and provincial government, municipal government should pool together their funds to buy land and claim it as endowment land, so it's not for sale assets in the future. Where this endowment land would be used for residential and garden areas, like garden plots, so they can grow their own vegetables in sections of the land that have service provided, including hydro and water, so that mobile prefabricated homes could be in place as quickly as possible, so that people could move into these prefab homes on service lots with garden beds near property that could be adjacent to the agricultural land reserve.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you.